Welcome to the Foolish Kitchen, again, with a fool or inner kitchen. My workspace is getting smaller and smaller because the back of that table has got stuff on it. And we're now in actual summer, June, not just June, cold June, summer in Maine, so it's a little hot to stand under these lights all day long. So I'm going to go with a little fast one we're going to do. I bought this wire egg basket, $1, thrift store this morning. Didn't need it, didn't want it, but it was like, oh, I have to have it. Anyways, it's corroded. It's not as shiny as it was when somebody bought it. It's stainless steel wire. Obviously, it's chromed stainless steel. It has a very thin layer veneer, so eventually it gets all dirty, but it has lots of yummy nooks and crannies where there's lots of dirt. And you really know how much I like cleaning dirt. So we're going to try to clean it. There are many ways to try to clean it. You're not going to get all what you want cleaned. It's not a food item, and basically you're going to put fruit, eggs, whatever. So it's not going to touch food. So you could do lots of things with this, but I just want it quick and dirty, make it shiny so I can put eggs in it. Fresh eggs do better, not in the refrigerator. And eggs, being calcium carbonate, their shells, I'm sure, corrode almost anything they touch. So, I mean, if for a long time, like the metals, just it's chemistry, kids. It's not going to kill you, but it's just not going to be shiny and pretty. So what we're going to do is I'm going to clean as much of it with the nooks and crannies as I can, and then I'm going to give it a clear coat of a satin poly finish so that I wanted to do it again. This is Never Dull, which has another one of those proprietary list of ingredients. If you're not careful, you can go through cans and cans of this because it makes everything shiny. I think the major ingredient in this is mineral spirits and some sort of petroleum, maybe mineral oil. But it's going to take off most everything. And it's going to make things nice and shiny. Almost any metal, it will do that. But the problem is that it will go through the whole can and everything will turn black. So it's kind of a great quick old method, but you don't want to use it all the time because it's expensive. You're going to go through can after can. I'd happily do that for years and years. But like I said, I want to get in the nooks and crannies. There's probably a methodology where I could submerge this in baking soda and then do this for hours. I don't want to. I'm lazy. I got 5 minutes to spend on this. I'm going to make a quick video of me doing it because now every time I want to clean something I feel I should be shooting it. I can see the addictive property of the YouTube video. I'm glad nobody's watching because, confessing my addictions. But you see, I'm using the detail brush, which are the ones that are 3 for $2. It's a nylon, a brass, and a stainless, stainless. This is the nylon one. This is the toothbrush. You can do this with anything. You can do this with a vegetable brush, with a nail brush. But basically what I want to get is where the wire wraps around the other wire. I want to get the concoction that's on this in those. I'm probably going to make a mistake. I'm probably going to end up with lots of little hairs that I've got to pull out. But once I paint it, they're going to seal it in there. Like I said, I just wanted it shiny. It has feet, so I can have it on the counter. After I'm done with it, I will be able to just throw it under a tap for 2 seconds and get any dust off of it. That's problematic with a wicker basket, especially if you paint the basket or spray it or something. Baskets are alive. The drier they were alive, but the drier they get, the more brittle becomes, and then they break. So they're not a long time item. If you're not careful, if you use it, don't expect it to last a long time. If you don't use it, and you just take care of it, it's going to be fine. But what's so fun in that? So like I said, I think I don't have to. Once I do this, I don't have to use the brush and this. I can just do the brush after, because like I said, this has got some surfactant quality to it. It definitely has mineral spirits, mineral oil is what I can tell. I'm not sure what the other chemicals are. Almost anything has, legally, every chemical, even some that only have one ingredient, is an MSD sheet, and the company has to give it to you. So just Google MSD sheet, material safety data handling. It'll tell you if anything's dangerous in any way. It'll tell you what to do, whether you need to vomit or wash your eyes. It'll tell you what the active ingredient is. Usually if there's a recipe, it'll say proprietary, but it will have to tell you if any of those things are federally controlled substances. So you're going to get a lot of benefit out of it, but you're not going to get a recipe where you can go off and make your own. You can just say, I'm like, oh, what's the major ingredient in this that actually makes it work? So what I saw was mineral spirits. I'm like, oh, I have mineral spirits. No big deal. So this, like I said, it's got some oiliness to it, so I think it has some mineral oil, I'm sure, and some other things that are for making things shiny. This is excellent for, you know, lots of things, especially faucets, taps, anything that has a little corrosion on it could look a little better. But I think I've just sort of, you know, I've used up this much. I've got it where it's in all the nooks and crannies. Just for giggles, I'm going to go after the join. Just make sure I get all the rest of, get it into those corners. And I guess that's why I brought out the paper, because it's going to take off lots of corrosion in the twists that I can't see. I mean, I'm sure when this was purchased the first time, not by me, but it had a nice shiny look to it. It came from the factory with a coating, not very much of one. They just need it to stay shiny to get into your house. So almost any of the stuff that you see in like the home goods stores or the secondary market where things are really marked down, they still have a bit of shine on them. But when the time they get to the thrift stores, the bloom is off the rose. Yes, that's nice and shiny. They're getting nice and shiny in between where the wire wraps the other wire. You can do this, I mean, the same thing with jewelry. This is very good if you make wire jewelry and it gets dark. This is excellent for silver, like silver polish. I mean, you do have to wipe off all of the oiliness later. You run it against your skin. But, you know, silver is another one of those metals that's just constantly going to corrode if it's exposed to the air. So that's why, you know, putting a nice, that's why like the electroplated or plate steel that has a silver plated on, electroplated on it, it should have a nice little coating, because as soon as that silver is introduced to the atmosphere, the moisture in the atmosphere, it's constantly going to get corroded. It's just science. There's not a whole lot you can do about it except protect it. And protecting things depends on what you're going to use it for and how often you're going to, you know, scrub it or heat it or expose it to food. And I think I run out of things to say, and we're as clean as it's going to get. I brought this out. This is the melamine foam, which we all know as the, you know, I saw one advertisement, the mystical eraser. So that's just going to take off any of the never dull chemicals that are on it, and it's going to buff it up, give it a nice shine. See, it's coming off on this, so it's not going to be greasy. And I'm going to give it once over with a dish rag before I take it outside and spray it, because any spray over the oils is not going to adhere at all. And what I want the oils to do is just get in the grooves and fill it up so that I don't have to scrub it ever again. And now I'm going to give it a couple of coats, and then I'll have a nice shiny basket to put the eggs in. Ooh, I destroyed that. From the eggs in that I get fresh from my mom's. And yeah, see, this is all icky-tooey. That's why the paper is here. So, but they last longer. Not in the refrigerator, not washed. So some of them still have chicken feathers and chicken poop and lots of stuff on them. But so they'll stay dirty until I want to use them, and then I'll wash them. So, but this way I can give her the empty egg cartons back, right back. So I don't know if you can. Let's get that away. I don't know if you can see that. It's shiny. I think it's shiny. For $1, I think it's wicked shiny. And it still has a little oil on it. So I'm going to wipe that off a little bit. And then I'm going to give it a coat, and we'll see in a minute. Bright and shiny basket. And, I think we did a pretty good job. I mean, you might say, oh, why are we doing that to a basket you've got for $1 and probably spent more? Because I got it. It makes me smile. It makes me happy. And I don't have to do it again. Yes, I'm shaking this while I'm talking. But we're downwind. We're outside. This is the table I do this on. I did have in the wintertime, I do have a thing set up in the basement. A couple of fans. And it's not as much fun, but I don't do it very much. I come down, give it a quick spritz, walk away, come back next time I do laundry, give it another spritz. It's dying pretty fast because it's very warm out today, and it's windy, it's not muggy. Did a piece the other day, still muggy. I'm sorry, I don't want to touch it. I should have gotten my chopstick. So basically just put it on the corners. Because it's not the rungs, it's the corner, it's where it twists off. So, there we go. Like 8 inches away, you know how to do this. It's on the label. And that's it. That's all I really wanted to do to it. So I'll come back later and get it. And there we have it. Taking a little $1 wire basket. I know you can't see how tiny it is with all these dirty eggs in it, but let's see if you can. There we go. So there are 3 or 4 products on the market that are like this. There's wadding, and it has the cleaning chemicals inside, and you can see the MSD sheets. It's not particularly, just wash your hands afterwards. And then I just used the clear coat satin finish. I happen to like the 2X Rust-Oleum. You can use other things. You don't have to. Once you've polished this up, just clean it with a clean rag, get all the greasiness off of it, and it should be fine. I just think with all the little wires, you're gonna have to do that again, especially if it's on display. But, thank you for watching. Bye.